Hello, it's Monday now, and I have a few things to talk about again. So this is mostly for you when you are a sensitive empath, highly sensitive person, Earth Angel, Starseed, God's chosen one, and you are going through challenges, you're going through struggles. This can be daily life for people like us, as I have come to know in my own personal life throughout the years, because I've lived for 4 decades. So I can say something, and the fact that I'm still here alive now and recording this video is also a big factor, of course, as well, and a miracle in itself. So if you're going through struggles, challenges, dealing with difficult, toxic people, it is usually about the spiritual warfare, because the devil is sending evil people and awful, difficult situations our way so that we would lose our faith in God, our faith within ourselves, that we would falter and fall off from our own true track of life, life purpose, life calling, and all of that. Because naturally, the devil does not want us to be here and to be happy and to be thriving in our lives. Sometimes you can have those days when it feels and it seems like so many difficult things happen in 24 hours. And this is so heavy for a sensitive being, especially when you are a sensitive woman. Empath, highly sensitive woman, Earth Angel, Starseed, God's chosen one, because you are empathetic and compassionate. And so, well, of course we need to be praying every day for our own lives, for what matters, for the world, for everyone basically. But also there are these certain action steps that we should take. And with those other action steps, I mean, you don't want to be too blind when it comes to those evil people, the people and difficult situations. And you want to have your own back and stand up for yourself. Speak your truth. Know your truth. Know yourself. Accept yourself. Work on that confidence. These things are definitely not easy, especially when you're dealing after trauma, narcissistic abuse. But it's self-care anyway. So if you want to be helping yourself, these are good steps to take. Don't be too trusting. Don't be too blind when it comes to people. Know that they can be sent by the devil. They can deceive you. They can lie to you. So don't be too trusting. Have your own back. Be confident that you know your truth. You know your value and worth. You know yourself. So you want to work on these daily. Distancing yourself from those toxic people and situations. Like today, for example, I had to end a phone call when this person was getting triggered on the other side. Just because I was just being honestly myself and just setting my boundaries and, just communicating normally. She got triggered, and so she raised her voice and I had to cut the call off. And this woman woke me up this morning and I was so tired. She was calling me. And I'm not sure what the deal was with her again. It really felt to me like demonic energy again, the way she got triggered, because you know, a normal, stable, a balanced, peaceful, smart adult does not get triggered just because somebody is voicing their opinion normally, like you're supposed to. How can you communicate if you don't do that? So to me, the energy was very heavy from her, and it did not feel good to me at all. And I got a bit scared. And yeah, so I just had to end the call. So if somebody is getting triggered when you just voice your opinion, you're just being yourself. Again, this is a reminder that this person can be narcissistic or something else, toxic in some other way. But anyway, it means that they don't want to hear you or respect you enough to let you talk, and they cannot communicate in a calm, normal manner like you should communicate with people, in an understanding, compassionate manner. So even if a person is not very empathetic, but still you should be able to stay calm and communicate normally. So of course we want to cultivate those healthy relationships that do. Anyway, I was just saying, I mean, that is why I wanted to bring this up, because my day has been a bit heavy today. I really did not expect this at all. Again, well, usually I don't. Usually those things just happen out of the blue, out of nowhere, you know, that I don't expect it at all. But anyway, so I had to do some breath work again and be talking to Jesus, God and Holy Spirit, and releasing everything that is not mine, because that's also important. Because it's very difficult if there is too much happening ever since the day begins in the morning. Already there are like phone calls, emails, messages, somebody toxic or difficult against you. Of course it is very draining for a sensitive being like myself. So once again I had to do some thinking, because it always happens within me that I start to reflect on what happened. And of course I want to avoid it again. So that is also one step to take, that you need to, block, remove, cut off, and, stay away, avoid those people. So avoid as much as possible. You need to protect your peace and keep yourself safe. So I will surely not be contacting this person ever again in my life. And I'm just calling all my energy back and asking for Jesus to, again, cleanse me and protect me from those kind of people. Because I cannot do my work either if I don't get cleansed and protected. I cannot stand to be drained out anymore. I've gone through burnout too many times in my life as a sensitive being. Regarding especially the things that I've been through. So, too much is really too much. And so, today was very hectic because I had to handle many emails and stuff like that. So, I'm just happy that they won't be happening tomorrow. That these were issues that I was able to handle today, and I don't need to be thinking about them again. They were these one-time issues. So yeah, so that is the positive side. You always want to look at the positive side and the lesson, behind something, because it really helps you to gather your strength back and your energy back, to be centered and grounded peacefully, you know. So it's good the sooner you can see the positive. And of course, as soon as we can ignore those difficult, toxic people, the better. It's always the better. Because, you know, we don't really have any time or energy or anything to be interacting with them. So it's better to let them be wrong about us and just let them be, so that the argument won't continue or whatever it is. Because, you know, it's not going anywhere. It's the same as dealing with a narcissistic person. Any sort of a toxic person, they just don't hear you or respect you. They just go on and on and on in their own opinion, because it's their ego, or, you know, their wish to be right or have power over you. I've sometimes been talking about these difficult people in my videos who don't communicate normally and who just get triggered when I'm just being myself. And today it happened again, so I wanted to share it. And maybe this resonates with you too. Maybe you also had something like this, or you had a difficult day today or whatever. But anyway, the point is that we should not be minding about these people. We only need to mind our own business, of course, our own lives. And and the more, of course, we can stay grounded in our own peace and bounce back every time something awful happens, we can bounce back into our peace. It's always better to give everything to God, to surrender and release. But yes, not being too blind when it comes to people, not being too trusting, because those people can just basically seem to change overnight. This person, I talked to this same person on Friday afternoon, and she did not seem like that. So once again, I was really stunned that she would even get triggered like that to me. So these things can just happen out of nowhere. A person can just switch overnight to be evil. It's crazy. It's really so crazy. And in the worst case, you are left alone, you know, fighting for your sanity and health if you're dealing with a person like that all the time. It's not healthy. So it's very sad, and it, you know, personally, I'm just so fed up with things like this, and I'm still worried about the world and all of that. Naturally, yes, I always was. But we have to protect our own peace, and we cannot let certain things interfere with that. And remember that if somebody gets triggered, then it's always their problem. So obviously I had nothing to do with her getting triggered. So I was not responsible for that in any way. She was the one who was supposed to help me with an issue, so she was not very good at customer service again. Like, I've seen many people who work at customer service jobs not handling it very well, which I am very stunned of. But that is, you know, if you sense and see and feel that somebody is somehow possessed, then you have to trust that feeling and thought, because it's likely very true. Because if somebody is clearly emitting this negative toxic energy, it doesn't help the more you try to just be calm with them. It doesn't help. You just have to leave that situation as soon as possible. And that is a powerful way to show them your boundaries, that no, you cannot talk to me like that. No, you cannot treat me like that. Because these entities, these demons, devil likes to take people over when it can. These people who don't believe in God, these people who are not from God, these people who are low vibrational and toxic, negative, you cannot trust them. They don't communicate normally. They just attack you. So you feel it. So trust that feeling and just step out of it as soon as possible. Devil is so vicious that you don't really know who it takes over. All they do is lie to you and deceive you and cause those arguments and issues happening without you doing anything. You're not doing anything to hurt them or anything. You're just breathing and living and existing. You're just you. And they get triggered in their own mess that they began. Like the woman today, a clear example. And I was like, okay, why is this happening again? I was like, I'm so shaking my head. Like, no. This cannot be happening again. She apparently lied to me because there was another person who was supposed to call me today, not her. So I was really, after the call, I was really stunned. Like, seriously, come on now. As always, if you need more help and support, don't hesitate to book a call with me for an hour for 60 euros so that we can talk about your situation and I can listen to you and guide you forward honestly and gently. So I will know what to say when I can actually talk to you. It's a lot easier for me to help you if I can talk to you one-on-one online. So I offer my calls via Google Meet, which I think is very handy, or Instagram is also other option. But anyway, so don't hesitate to get in touch if you need help and support.